39 indeed. Never heard of such a number for a house. Yes? Forgive my boldness, sir, but wooden leg or no wooden leg, you are this child's last surviving relative. Her father named you as guardian in his will.
Yeah, I don't dispute that. I merely point out that this house is a shrine to paleontology. There's no corner in it for a small girl or her nurse.
We require 2 rooms, that is all. Some of these stones could go to a museum.
My fossils? In a public museum?
This has got nothing to do with fossils. If you don't want the child, you should say it straight out.
But she'd be miserable here.
My parents are dead. I'd be miserable anywhere.
Smilodon popularis. Why don't you just stick a knife in my heart?
They're all magnets for dust, and that big cat was plain unpleasant.
It's a saber-toothed tiger, Nana.
Yeah, look at that.
Armadillo skeleton.
I keep a pack of women in this house. There isn't one of them about anywhere when they're wanted.
Oh, darling, gone. We weren't expecting you.
Oh, ship sank. Iceberg.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what have you got in the bag?
Surprise.
Let's hope it's not another fossil.
The world is full of entrancements, woman. Not all of them are made of stone.
A baby?
Found it. Floating on a lifeboat. Both parents drowned. Awful bloody shame.
A baby? Appearing just like that, what will people say? Have you no regard for your great niece's reputation?
Well, I'll put a notice in the Times. Professor Matthew Brown adopts entirely unrelated child.
But come on.
I thought women liked babies.
They like babies that are in good order. Babies with names.
Oh, well, I thought perhaps Pauline.
And surnames.
Fossil.
And it's not as though we'd got an empty room to put her in.
You don't mind, do you?
Come, I came here with nothing once.
That's the spirit.
Where are you actually going?
Siberia. I'll bring you back a souvenir.
No, not another one.
Red Cross Hospital outside Vladivostok. Mother died when it was born.
What about the father?
Salt mines. Worked to death. Awful bloody end. Yet they called it Petrova. Needs feeding up a bit.
It's to be hoped this one has brains. It's easy to see who's going to be Miss Plain in my nursery.
Dearest niece, another small fossil from your great-uncle Matthew.
Daughter of a dancer. Mother has no money and no time for her offspring. She sends a pair of ballet shoes enclosed.
He says, I regret not delivering the child myself, but I ran into a friend about to leave for the Galapagos. There's enough money in the bank to last you for 5 years. P.S. Child's name Posey. Unfortunate, but true.
Ballet shoes, indeed. Change of clothes would be more useful. Or a feeding bottle.
To the little fossils. Turquoise for Pauline, pearls for Petrova, coral for Posey.
Make the most of it. It'll be the last we hear from him for quite some time.
I bet Gum had a car. Only a man with a car would have bought a house at the far end of the longest road in London.
Garni said he used to come and go in taxis. Wish we could.
I'd be happy if they let us get the bus.
The Professor may have had his faults, Petrova. Might I remind you he had but the single leg. You 3 have got a full pair each, so you can save the penny and walk and be thankful. The Rockefeller family, we are not.
At least you get to go to school.
I still have to do lessons with Garni and take an extra walk at lunchtime every day. If I have to look at the dolls' houses in the museum one more time, I shall be sick.
That's enough, Miss Madam.
All over my outdoor shoes. Then I shan't be able to go anywhere.
We've had more fuss from Miss Posey about her education. Cromwell House is out of the question, isn't it?
It's not just that I can't send Posey to Cromwell House. I'm having to take the other two away. I have to give notice to Clara. There's no money left. Nothing in the bank at all. I'm so sorry.
Why are you apologising? Not news.
Isn't it?
Been looking through situations vacant in the papers.
I didn't think you'd notice.
I brought you up. Notice everything.
The trouble is, Nana, unless somebody advertises for a paleontologist assistant, I'm not qualified for anything.
There's a way around everything if you stop and think.
I finished my fractions.
Already? They were the hardest in the book.
She'll have to sit there quietly with her magazine. You can't be setting any more sums. You've got to go to Selfridges and get those eiderdowns.
Petrova, darling, would you go? You're only reading.
Good afternoon.
I like your car. How are you finding the acceleration?
Terrific. 0 to 40 in about 3 minutes. Is your mother at home?
Oh, we haven't got a mother. It's all right. You don't have to say you're sorry.
How do you do? I've just come about the room.
Oh, do come in. Forgive me, I was trying to clean a fireplace.
I don't know how long I'd stay. I've only just got back from Kuala Lumpur.
Well, there's no minimum agreement.
This is nice. Put photographs on here.
Good afternoon. Have you come about the rooms?
With particular regard to shelves and smoking. I'm Dr. Smith. This is Dr. Jakes.
Do come in.
Rather smart. Very nice aesthetic. Come in.
Nana said you might need this.
Oh, how kind. Thank you, my dear. Well, we both had lengthy careers in academia. It all adds up to quite a lot of books.
Most of them hers.
I specialised in Shakespeare. Dr. Smith is a mathematician.
Where do you go to school, child?
We don't. Garni, our guardian, teaches us from home.
Good God, that must be dull.
Although it is quite an adventure, having relatives by accident. Such a unique name.
Fossil. I suppose it is.
I always thought Smith was such a beast of a moniker. Try doing anything remarkable with that.
And heredity is such a burden. I mean, if I made the name Jakes worthwhile, people would think it was because of my grandfather. Who knows what you three might achieve?
You ought to try to do something for your country. Fossil looks splendid in the history books.
What do you think she meant by history books? I'm not sure. I suppose they meant giving some sort of service to our country.
We ought to make a vow.
A vow?
To our country.
A promise. To ourselves. Like this. Put your hands on mine. We three fossils vow to put our name in the history books because it is uniquely ours and ours alone, and no one can say it's because of our grandfathers. We vow.
We vow.
We vow.
Posey!
Ow!
You didn't do. What's that?
I shall be out every day from 8 till 7:30. I bathe 3 times a week and I never eat breakfast. Oh! Sprung floor. Was this a ballroom? Not while I've been living here. you like to dance too, dear? Perfect. Come on, more the merrier. Tango. Here, little boy. Come on, it's going to be fine. I will take this room on one condition.
Oh, please, just let them audition. I've been on the staff of the Academy for years, and I cannot recommend the place enough.
I can't afford the fees, Miss Dane.
Madame Fidelia is a refugee from Russia. The revolution completely did for her. She'd been such a favourite of the Tsar. She has a history of taking on girls from impoverished homes. She trains them for nothing and then takes 10% of their earnings when they work.
They'd be sent out to work.
As soon as they're old enough to have a licence.
But I don't want the children going on the stage. And I'm quite sure that Nana doesn't either.
Whilst I don't care for Miss Dane casting aspersions on this home, you might say that Posy's bound to dance anyway, given that she came with her own little ballet slippers. Pauline does nothing but look in mirrors and recite, and as for Petrova, all she thinks about is aeroplanes and engine parts. Been trying to turn her into a lady for the past 10 years and got nowhere. So if this Madame Folderol
Fidelia
proves willing to try, I would let her.
Miss Brown, we request a consultation.
Now.
The fact of the matter is, my dear, we very much doubt whether you're qualified to teach those children.
But I'm very well grounded in natural science, and I've got my school certificate. I did consider the school at the top of the road, but...
You can't send them there. They'll get lice.
In my opinion, entirely.
Frightful accents.
Which wouldn't help their chances in the theatre at all.
My dear, life can be a surprising affair, as Dr. Smith and I found out. We both felt that we should retire, but find that we are unsuited to a life of idleness, and more to the point, we miss our teaching. We should very much like to coach the girls.
All-round education, specialising in mathematics and literature. The children will be prepared to take their school certificate and matriculation. No charge, ours to suit. What do you think?
I don't know what to think.
Well, do you want your charges educated?
And you want them trained to earn a living.
I want both. The world isn't kind to girls who can't support themselves.
Careful!
Come on!
Bare legs in the street.
Do they look smart, Nana?
No, but they look neat. Petrova, will you at least try and smile? I swear the face on that child will stop a clock.
And shuffle, shuffle, hop, step, tap. Shuffle,
There it is.
hop, step, tap. Head up, Julia.
Should we knock, do you suppose?
So gloomy.
Ah, the Fossil sisters.
How do you do? I'm Pauline.
No. All my pupils, morning and night, before or after class, whenever we meet, they say Madame and curtsy. So,
Madame.
which is Petrova?
Me.
You are Russian.
Yes.
You speak Russian, but you feel Russian.
Actually, she's always said she couldn't feel more British.
You are the first compatriot of mine to come to my academy. I will make wonderful artist of you. You must be posing.
Madame.
Moment. To center, if you please. I think polka, Mrs. Davis.
Stockinette vests, buff, 2 each. Royal blue cotton rompers, 2 each. White tarlatan ballet dresses, 2 each. White knickers, all frills, 2 each. 2 black sateen elocution overalls per child. How are we going to make it all by Monday?
I don't care if we have to sew all night. This is the biggest chance these girls have ever had.
Life is just a bowl of cherries, so live and laugh at it all.
All the way up to her darling derriere.
There's no point making me into a wonderful artiste. I already know what I really want to be.
Racing driver.
I want to fly planes like Amy Johnson.
Very laudable ambition.
It's not because she's fashionable and in all the magazines. It's not even because I love engines. It's the idea that there are roads in the sky. Ways around the world that no one has discovered.
Roads in the sky.
And until I can do that, I'd like to work with cars.
Well, that's good. So I've just bought a garage.
A garage?
It's going to be tough going for the first few months. I need some help from time to time. All right.
When you said you were going to make a drink, I thought you meant a cup of cocoa.
Oh, be a sport. Look, I've even got a jar of maraschino cherries. I absolutely promise not to get you tight. This is the way they used to mix them at the Ritz when I was in Miss Rosebud's Bouncing Babes.
You drank cocktails when you were a bouncing babe?
Oh, I was practically 19. Miss Rosebud had to bind my bosoms flat, otherwise they bounced rather more than was approved of. Chin-chin.
The girls will be happy, won't they?
Oh, my darling, you don't even need to ask.
It's just the time for dancing. Tomorrow is good day. Go where the music's calling and dance the blues away. And all you need to ask for is just one dance more.
Need a hand?
Oh, you are kind, but they won't take long.
No. When I was at school, shoe cleaning was a punishment. Matron would say, clean them till they shine like mirrors. Give you time to reflect on your misdeeds. If there was a fire in that room, I always quite enjoyed it.
Well, Mr. Simpson, you are a gentleman. Let's leave that to me. There's a bit of a knack with tap shoes.
I'll let you get on then.
Thank you. Do you know, sometimes I think heaven sent those lodgers to this house.
Not a moment too soon, if you ask me. You need to get that wiring mended. And you're looking very thin.
I've always been thin.
And you're going grey.
I am not. I've just got the odd silver hair.
I'm starting to rehearse my audition in a week.
What is an audition anyway?
It's what you have to show managers. It means my audition, but over the years it's run into worn out of habit.
Typical academy. Always got to be a special word for everything. Anyone who goes up for any audition anywhere has to sing, dance and recite.
Doesn't matter which school you train at, it's what you have to do.
I'm dreading my next birthday. I'll have to get a licence and tap dance on the stage.
I don't want to tap dance either. But I think I'd like to act.
How long will it be till these fit?
Another hole in my elocution drawers.
It's massive.
Right. Today's French acting class is cancelled. Anyone involved in the choral speaking championships, please go and wait in Studio 1. Posy Fossil, Madame would like a word. Winifred Bagnall and Pauline Fossil, stay here and speak to me.
You better not be in bother.
Petrova, haven't you got anywhere to go?
No, not now.
Well, dear, wait outside while I have a word with these two.
Yes, Miss J.
There's an audition tomorrow at the Princess Theatre. You are both to be there punctually at noon. And I want you to style your hair like this.
Is it for Alice in Wonderland? Girls going for Alice always wear a ribbon. Wish it wasn't the princes, though. It's such a mean management. One ought to get 6, but it's more likely 4. They might squeeze 5.
5 what? Shillings?
Pounds. Per week. Don't you need any money at home?
You will attend no further classes with your sisters and Miss Dane. You will no longer study tap dancing. You will no longer study character dancing. You will no longer study singing, musical comedy, or mime. In future, you will receive instruction only in classical ballet. And all that instruction will come from me. You are the first child in the history of the Academy to come entirely under my personal supervision. You have the potential to be a truly remarkable dancer.
As remarkable as you?
Oh, my child. Much, much more remarkable than me.
But Sylvia, she needs an attractive frock with a full-fledged skirt in order to show off her dancing to advantage.
Can't you just wear a practice dress or go in a jersey and skirt?
Oh, darling, are you mad? She has to look quite perfectly turned out, otherwise she simply will not stand a chance.
Pauline, performance comes from within. When I watch you recite in Park, I don't see Pauline Fossil, schoolgirl. I see a queer, mercurial, woodland creature.
In a jersey and skirt.
Irene, that is unhelpful.
I still don't see what's wrong with cotton.
From the summer before last.
She's outgrowing them all.
Round the bust.
Shut up, Posy.
Be quiet, Posy. Less of the bust chat, thank you.
Oh, I'll be quiet, but not until I've said that I think it's very unfair that in the middle of all this fuss about Pauline's frock and Pauline's audition, not one person has said they're pleased about Madame's plans for me.
Oh, can't go looking.
What's the youngest?
Posy, that's an absolute...
Bit of a flap on.
It's a flap about money. And Garni says we shouldn't discuss that sort of thing.
Easily done. And there's plenty about.
Have you ever been poor?
Dreadfully poor.
Have you ever been in a pawn shop?
More than once, by the time I was your age.
There's one just off Elscourt Road. Nana says people borrow money there in exchange for items of value. She said it's a facility for the desperate.
Are you desperate? Things really so bad?
We do have items of value.
What I propose is this. I will personally advance you the sum of £4.10 in exchange for custody of the necklaces, and Garni will not be told of this arrangement.
And if she asks any questions, I should say I've had a windfall.
Excellent. Pauline will then use the advance to purchase an appropriate Mortician frock, and will then buy the necklaces back in small instalments, always provided she gets the part. No matter how long the process takes, no interest will be charged.
You can't escape, it's in your memory. By morning, night and noon, she will leave you and then come back again. A pretty girl is just like a pretty tune.
She's very good. She's the best all-round student the Academy's ever had.
I've a hole underneath the right arm of my frock. I had to change my position for the attitude at the end.
Little fair girl in black, what's your name?
Pauline Fossil?
Come down to centre stage. Would you like to sing first, or would you like to recite?
I'll recite. Puck. A Midsummer Night's Dream. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile. When I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of filly foal. Sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks against her lips, I bob, and on her withered dewlaps pours the ale.
Will all playing cards, dormice, and dancing frog footmen make your way directly to the stage? Any mock turtles, wait in the wings till called.
Well done, both of you. Now, Pauline is to play Alice, and Winifred will be engaged as understudy.
When I finished my dance, people clapped. Nobody clapped her, there was just silence.
Dance is important, but Pauline looks right for Alice.
She looks right for everything. She always will. Pretty face. Blonde hair. It's got nothing whatsoever to do with talent, and it's so unfair!
Winifred! I will not take housekeeping money from you, Pauline. What do the authorities think of me? Making a profit from an orphan. Besides, the law states that a working child must save only 1/3 of her earnings.
third of £4 is 26 shillings and 8p. Even after 8 shillings has gone to the academy, that would leave £2, 5 shillings and 4p for the house.
Oh, there's no need to blind me with accountancy.
Carly, we know we're poor.
I don't know how they found out.
Listening at doors, I don't doubt. Naughty, sneaky habit. I'm assuming this is Mr. Simpson's. And if you'll excuse my saying, I think you ought to take what Pauline's offered.
I wanted Pauline to save for the future.
All kinds of things might happen in the future. The professor might come back in the future. Your health might come back on its own in the future. You inherited that just from your father. Think what happened to him. She'll accept 30 shillings a week. Now off upstairs, the lot of you. Or you'll be feeling the back of my hairbrush. Sylvia, what matters most is the life the girls have now, and it wouldn't amount to much if it didn't have you in it. Now there's money coming in, there's things you can see to. You can go see a specialist for a start.
Petrova.
Do you think I can do it?
Do what?
Play Alice. Winfred was better than me in the audition. And it's a massive part.
You can't lose your nerve. We need the money.
You're nothing but a pack of playing cards.
Wearing the necklaces. Mr. Simpson brought them down. He didn't want Carly to be suspicious.
Well done. Very good.
What did you really think?
You're marvellous.
Did you see it? I'll get that on our way out with you, Winfred.
I'll see to it. Let's button up that cavity.
I see Pauline left her wrap in the wings again. Could you remind her to wear it over her costume at all times unless she's actually on the stage?
Most certainly. She knows the rules.
Miss Brown.
She's worn out with all the excitement.
Should we let her sleep?
Well done.
Not a complete novice.
What happened to your wife and child?
There was a typhoid epidemic.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
No. Sometimes feel that I'd like to talk about it. Then I find it's better if I don't. Good night.
Good night.
They've announced a month of extra matinees. And next week, Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret Rose are coming.
And will they be calling for tea in your dressing room afterwards?
Oh, I hope not. I'm always so tired after shows. Posy, would you run downstairs and fetch my handkerchief?
No, I will not. Is something the matter with your arms and legs?
No. I just need to save my strength.
It's going to be awfully difficult when we're all working, isn't it, Petrova?
Yes.
All of us giving out orders at once.
Mm-hmm. I think you're both being absolutely vile.
Ooh, door slamming, that's a new one.
Where do you think you're going?
Wretched bills. Harley Street, please.
Three curtain calls again.
Compliment to Mr. French, but would Miss Fossil go back for her wrap? You will keep leaving it in the wings.
Let Winfred get it. It's the least she can do sitting in my dressing room night after night.
If everybody had their rights, young lady, it would be you sitting in Winifred's dressing room night after night.
How can you even say that?
I can say that because...
appalling commotion.
As you know, sir, Pauline left her wrap in the wings again. I have reprimanded her, but she will not fetch it.
Fetch it yourselves if you want it fetched.
Pauline!
That is enough. Rules are not made for little girls to break. What's your name again? Winifred's?
Winifred Bagnall, sir. I'm Pauline's understudy.
Yes. Well, I think it's high time your positions were reversed. From tomorrow, Winifred will play the part of Alice.
Pauline, will you please tell me what's happened?
You just mind your own business.
Garney's been to see a specialist. He asked to see her again. I found a letter all about it. I know we shouldn't snoop, but they never tell us anything. It said she's got inflammation of the lungs, that she should move to a milder climate. But you're working now, and the extra matinees are just about to start. We could send her to Bournemouth or Brighton. Can't we? I was so selfish. All I could think about was proving myself.
Making everyone see that I was talented.
But you are talented.
I have to be. You have to be. Posy has to be.
Posy is.
Don't you ever worry that all three of us has is each other? What we are, what we can do. Our talents.
No.
Don't you think it's true?
I daren't think it's true.
Upon one child, when the right leg is extended behind, the left shoulder must move back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pas de break. Reach, child. Reach.
Petrova!
Coming.
We're three fossils. Vows put our names in the history books because it is uniquely ours and ours alone. And no one can say it's because of our grandfathers. We also vow to earn some money to help Ghani and support ourselves until Gum comes home. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. We aren't in church.
We do the vow every birthday and every Christmas, and we've never said amen ever.
I haven't had any work since Alice. We need help and I don't care where it comes from.
Well, it looks like amen then.
Amen.
Yes, amen.
Come on, Petrova!
Do your worst! Well done! Mind yourself with that bat. We don't have any broken teeth. I was cricket captain at Rome. My sport was always lacrosse. Come on. Give us another shot.
She'll be thrilled. But you've already given her a sovereign, and I could have made a cake myself.
You do more than enough already.
How old would he be now? Your son?
You're getting on for 11.
Come on, birthday girl.
Oh, Sylvia! Thank Lord I found you. There's an audition with Midsummer Night's Dream West End, directed by Sir Donald Horton. They want to see Pauline Petrova tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Shakespeare?
Oh dear. Petrova and the iambic pentameter are not soulmates.
It's no good. Won't fit either of you. You've gone the same way as your sister.
Round the you-know-what.
That's enough from you. Your turn will come.
We need a new dress, each. It'll look good if we're dressed the same. And Nana can make them both.
Oh, out of what, might I ask? Scotch mist?
There's no money, Pauline.
How much does a piece of material cost?
More than we've got, that's how much.
Then we just can't go.
We have to go. We have to get these jobs.
I suppose there's always my birthday sovereign.
We needn't have bothered. I look awful anyway. It's only a sty. When we take the patch off, the borax will have worked. There won't even be a suggestion of a swelling.
Little dark girl with the red eye. What's your name?
Petrova fossil?
What part have you come to try for?
Mustard seed.
Oh. Come down to the front of the stage, please. Whenever you're ready.
Do you want me to sing or recite?
There's no need to sing. This isn't a musical.
Henry V, Act 3, Scene 2, The Boy.
Oh, isn't that prose?
Yes.
Very well. Go on.
As young as I am, I have observed these three swashers. I am but boy to them, all three.
Thank you. That's enough.
No. Please, you must let her finish.
I said that's enough because I had heard enough. She has got the part. Well, she has a decent accent, and we must cast these parts today. And there are no other candidates for mustard seed.
No, sir. Pauline,
Mr. French.
I take it she's your sister?
Yes.
Well, we won't bother hearing you. You can both go. You're hired. I'll run along and fetch your coats before I change my mind.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got them. Am I too late? We've been to Eastbourne to Father's sanatorium. I didn't get the message till today. I was being seen for mustard seed.
They cast me. They thought nobody else was coming.
You could try for the Ballet of the Fairies after lunch.
Won't get into a ballet of goblins looking the way I do today. Well, my dress has gone underneath the other arm.
You can borrow my frock or Pauline's. Can't she?
The trouble with you, Petrova, is that you're a martyr to your conscience.
The trouble with you is that you haven't got one.
Look, this is Winifred in the Ballet of the Fairies. I'm the best all-round student this academy has ever had, even though I've got a frankly enormous bottom, and I'm going to spend most of Act 2 behind a tree.
Posy Fossil, you are a heartless monster.
You noticed.
I brought you up. I notice everything.
Right, we'll start with cue 19A, which is Oberon's line. I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference. Bravo!
Do you still hate the idea of working?
Well, I always wanted to fly.
And I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready. And I. And I.
And I.
Give me the line again.
And I.
Again.
And I.
Oh, please. Am I asking for the moon? All I want you to give me are 2 sharp, clearly differentiated notes. As soon as you would care to do so.
And I.
This is not the moment to be funny. I'm afraid I have no further time to waste on you. If your work does not improve, I shall take the part away.
I heard a mermaid with a golden hat.
Trevor? Whatever's happened?
I'm going to get the sack.
I'll practice with you. The doctors will help.
I'll still get the sack.
Darling, there is nothing in this world worth getting so upset about.
Yes, there is. You're ill. You need a rest and a holiday and... You need a rest and a holiday, and you can't have one if I get the sack.
I don't know where on earth you got such a silly idea. I can assure you, Petrova Fossil, that there is nothing whatever the matter with my health. Do you hear me? I'm not having you upset like this. I'm going to Sir Donald and giving in your notice.
No, don't. I just feel so stupid when I'm on the stage.
What do you mean you feel stupid?
I mean, I feel like myself.
We have to help her.
So now I actually have to be in character all the time. Meals and lessons and everything. There's a hole in the exhaust. The wardrobe mistress would kill me if I get all on this.
Has it helped there?
Well, don't feel human anymore.
I don't know how you stand it.
I stand it because we're saving up. Garni isn't well. She's got trouble with her lungs. Pauline and I wanted to have a holiday. She likes hotels with tea and orchestras. but will doubtless have to settle for 2 weeks in a tent.
You're a very generous girl, Petrova.
Mustard seed. You're supposed to call me Mustard Seed.
So when do you open? Mustard Seed.
Tuesday. Still, at least it'll all be over by Christmas. God, that's over. Sunderland's doing Richard III next. He hasn't cast the Prince in the Tower yet. Do you think I should write him and ask him to audition us? Don't even think of doing that to me. I wouldn't be doing anything to you. We'd both be doing something for poor Garni. This is nothing to do with Garni. We've got enough money for a holiday. This is all about you. You and your acting. Do you think you're the only one that knows their heart's desire?
You're going to have to forget your heart's desire. There aren't any 14-year-old aviators.
Pauline, you can make me sing, and you can make me dance. You can shove me out onto a stage and not care that I'm useless and I'm hating it inside. I put up with it because we have to earn our living. But if you keep pushing me, then I will break.
Theo? Is everything all right?
Just a minute!
Nana can smell something strange.
Oh, must be my new perfume, Crête de Chypre. Isn't it divine?
No, it's another stench entirely. Something more like scorching dog.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's me. I've been giving myself a permanent wave.
Nana, fetch soft soap. And the brandy from the medicine chest. It's stopped breaking off now. Just a bit short.
Oh, Lord. Serves me right for trying to turn the clock back.
Why do you want to turn the clock back?
Got to the point where chaps had just stopped looking. You know what it's like. One enters a room and makes no more impression than a draft.
I suppose so.
It was all so different when I was young. I mean, there weren't many men because of the beastly war. Some of them actually had bits missing. Those that were intact were often rather mad. But they would wait for one at the stage door or ask one out for drinks. And when one appeared, there'd be such a lightening of their faces as though they felt this surge of possibility. And I used to feel it too.
Don't you anymore?
I had to start telling myself that there was no shame in being an old maid. Well, anyway, the other day, I had the first tiny flicker of hope in an age, and next thing I knew, I was in the chemist with my hand around a bottle of Empress Waving Compound.
Where did it come from?
It's imported from New York.
No, I meant the hope.
Oh. It's a chap. I've known him for ages. He's awfully quiet, but he has the most speaking eyes, and he just looked at me, and I had this sense that maybe he was going to ask me something. Good luck.
Record-breaking aviatrix Amy Johnson finally touched down on British soil this week after her triumphant flight from Cape Town in South Africa. With clouds and wind added to the danger of the journey, Amy has proven once again that by sheer skill and determination, there's no difficulty that can't be overcome.
Trevor, what do you think of Theo?
Theo Dane?
Yes. Would you say she's a nice sort of person?
Is she kind?
Well, she wears a lot of perfume. Coty sheep, it rubs off on everything.
I could probably bear that.
Well, goodbye, Amy. The very best of luck.
Thanks very much. I sincerely hope I shall do.
You're being really slow. Come on.
What are you doing?
We're going to tie Posy to a tree and scalp her.
Hello? I, parked in the lane.
Awfully sorry to surprise you, but there's news from London. It's all right. It's good news.
I can't believe I'm going for a screen test. I don't know anything about Charles II's sister Henrietta. I don't even know what she looks like.
Well, let's just hope she had a pimple on her nose.
Rat.
Come on now, take the dishes down to the water and get them swirled.
Bags are dry.
You're always dry. That's the easy bit.
I don't like it.
May I smoke?
Of course.
Mr. Simpson, would you mind awfully if I had one?
Sorry. Didn't know you indulged.
Oh, I don't. At least I never have before. I suppose with the girls and everything, I don't really get to go to places where I would. Thank you. Nana did wonder if I ought to have the odd one. She thinks that it helps to break up chest congestion. But honestly, the thought of sitting alone in the kitchen in the dark, dragging away on my solitary fag, made such a tragic picture I simply couldn't bear to. Oh, Lord, I do feel full. Quick, take it away before the girls get back. What time do we need to leave tomorrow?
9 should do it. We'll be at Shepperton by noon.
We could perhaps have tea out afterwards, on the way back to London.
I'm afraid I must be home by 4. I have an appointment with Theo.
Oh. Oh, we can't let you be late.
Pauline Fossils, screen test. Mr. Shulsky.
So, Pauline Fossil, how old are you?
I'm nearly 16.
Do you want to be in movies?
I don't know. I don't know much about them.
But you want to be an actress?
No, I need to be an actress.
Hold it.
Theo just asked for tea in her room for her and Mr. Simpson.
Just leave it outside.
There you are. You've earned this.
Yes.
Earl's Court, 428. That's simply wonderful. Oh, I'm sorry. I said that's wonderful news.
Don't move, Pauline. Stick to your marks.
Mark it. Okay, people, we are going again. Clear the set, please. Clear the set. And
Scene 84, take 1.
action.
Write to me while I am gone.
I will try.
Not I will try, but I will.
I will.
Cut. Cut. You what, Pauline? Bake him a cake? Knit him a sweater? Look, your brother here is asking for an emotional lifeline, okay? It's great. Fantastic, Leo. Can we take it again?
Scene 84, take 2.
Not I will try, but I will.
I will.
Cut.
Take 3.
I will.
Can we talk? Excuse me. You've got 10 days on this picture. This is your 7th, and you've yet to show me that you're not made of wood.
We do so many takes, I can't concentrate. I can build myself up to the theatre. I can be a character.
Honey, this is motion pictures now, okay? Look, you've got everything to learn, and that's fine, but you've got to give me something real. What's real to you, Pauline? What matters most to you in the world?
Acting.
If that is a truthful answer, there's no hope for you.
Scene 84, take 4.
Write to me while I'm gone.
I will try.
Not I will try, but I will.
I will.
Cut. Print. Fantastic. You did it.
I just thought about my sisters. How awful it must be to live your life alone.
That was wonderful. Okay, let's move on.
Goaty sheep. Come on.
Have you never wanted anything?
Well, when the war broke out, I thought I'd like to drive an ambulance. But, of course, I didn't do anything about it. Had you?
Madame, please may I change my shoes before we start my enchaînement? These were my mother's. They fit me now.
Small bones, high arches. Like you.
She was just like me. She loved ballet more than anything. I know that because it was the thing she chose.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and second. 1, 2, 3. Energy Petrova, energy board. Dancers are boring. Arabesque. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Number 3 for you, Pauline. You're in with Dandini.
Can't I share with Petrova?
She's on the 4th floor with the others in the chorus. Off you pop. Number 3 was down back that way, wasn't it? Round that. Careful.
Soon a gown of shimmering tulle and cape of silk we will unspool. Hollywood never
call for Pauline then. The film isn't out yet, Winifred.
A pumpkin coach we will create.
As Hollywood calls it.
Take her to the ball and stage.
It's not all gloom. I've got an audition for the Overteenies. On the radio.
But first to show what magic means, I call upon the jumping beans.
A King in Exile world premiere.
Cue for gigantic panic over frocks.
What do you think of that? Beautiful. What can you see Pauline in, John?
That shiny stuff that rustles. Taffeta?
Too old for a party dress.
I see her in powder blue velvet.
With a lace bolero.
Lace bolero, she'd catch your death.
My rifle and shoot you a mink.
I shall be meeting a new dress very soon.
What for?
The Marlborough Ballet is coming to London for the first time ever from Prague, and Madame Fidolia is taking me to see it.
Don't need something new for that.
She's booked us a box and a smoked salmon supper.
Petrushka is legendary.
I couldn't sleep.
Thought it'd be a nice surprise in the morning. We've had such lovely Christmases in this house. It was even Christmas when you came to us. I think about it every time it snows.
Why can't you sleep? Is it your cough?
Not really. Can you keep a secret? I wanted to get you all together, but I'll tear open if I don't tell someone. We can't afford to live here anymore.
But what about Pauline's wages from the film and the money we're getting from Cinderella?
This house eats money.
Even with the boarders.
And so, I'm selling it.
No.
We'll soon be living in a nice flat with Nana. There'll be no need for Clara. And the boarders will disperse.
You can't do that. You can't. The house belongs to Gum.
He's been gone for 12 years, Petrova. I spoke to the solicitors, and they've declared him dead.
Remember, Posey, when Valentin Manov got his dancers out of Russia, he rescued not just a company, but a system of training 200 years old. I've brought you here to show you what you might achieve. If you are strong enough, if you have the courage and the will.
Stand still.
Oh, darling. You look grown up.
That's the first and last time I copy anything from Vogue.
No one made you do it!
Pauline!
Why don't you maybe go in a jersey and skirt? I feel a complete fraud, Petrova. I'm terrible in that film. Tomorrow night, my face is going to be blown up as big as a house. Everyone's going to find me out.
I will dance like that, Madame. I don't care how long the training takes. Madame? Madame?
Rosie, is that you? What's happened?
Madame's had a stroke.
A stroke?
They took her to the hospital and she can't move her arm or leg.
Oh, no. Poor Madame. Poor lady.
I'm not crying about Madame, I'm crying about me. My training can't be broken up now.
You are a selfish and cold-hearted little madam. We did not bring you up to conduct yourself like this.
Nana is right. Your behaviour is disgraceful.
She's ambitious, that's all.
Once upon a time, I thought ambition was a good thing. I thought it would help you to apply yourselves and help you make the most of your small chances. But if it kills off everything that's nice in you, then I am not going to have ambition in this house.
Meaning what?
Meaning that I will no longer sanction any of you working on the stage.
You can't do that.
Oh, yes, I can. I'm your legal guardian. We will never be rich. But now the house is sold, there's no more need for you to work or train.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me from doing anything.
We can stop you from going to Pauline's premiere. You can stay at home tonight, alone.
Your name's really small, Pauline. Almost as small as the author's. Maybe no one will realise you're in it.
You were fantastic!
It's not been safe on his birthday. It's hysterical idiots. They don't know good from bad.
Come on, Pauline. I wish I was you.
She was good, Nana. She was wonderful.
Is she with you? Who? Miss Posey. I went to check on her and she's not there.
Little Meg should be hiding somewhere.
It's the thought of her alone out there. How cold she must be. How afraid.
Posey's not afraid of anything. That's what frightens me.
George, и раз, и два, и три, четыре. И раз, и два, и три, четыре. Хорошо. Хорошо. Старайтесь. Спасибо. А ты что?
Miss Brown?
No. This is Miss Brown.
Good morning. David Montague. I'm the London representative of United Artists Studios.
So you don't speak Russian?
I dance Russian.
Она танцует, как русская. And who did you learn that from? Mikhail Fokin? Agrippina Vaganova?
No. Evgenia Fedolia.
I see.
Do you? You won't see anything at all until you've watched me dance.
No sign of her. I've been offered a contract by United Artists.
In Hollywood. You ought to be smiling.
I'd have to go for 5 years. That's 5 years without theatre and not learning all the things I wanted to know.
Hello?
Posy! Where have you been?
With Valentin Manoff. He's offered to train me at his ballet school.
What?
I made him watch me dance, and then he said, "Come to my academy in Prague, and I shall make you into a ballerina." So I said my guardian would make the arrangements, and I came straight home.
You can't go to Czechoslovakia, Posy. There's no money.
My mother gave me away because there was no money. At least your parents drowned, and they had the kindness to put you on a lifebelt. I didn't get a lifebelt. Only a pair of ballet shoes.
Garni, is Mr. Montague still upstairs? He's packing up his bag. I said you needed time to think. I don't. Not anymore. I'll sign.
Sign what?
Something that means you can study with Manoff. And Garni can go to California where the climate's mild and get her health back.
Pauline.
I can't live in Hollywood on my own. And Nana must go to Prague with Posy. Otherwise she's going to get completely out of hand. Where will I go?
Excuse me. Who sold my house? Huh?
Are you Gum?
Well, of course I'm bloody Gum. Who else would I be? What I want to know is this. Who are all these women?
Pauline. Petrova.
Posy.
I brought entrancements home. I brought babies.
Babies grow up, Gum.
Yes, I can see that. So, a film star and a ballet dancer. Well, that's you and your chaperone sorted.
I never thought to be going to live abroad.
Abroad, we'll get used to it. So that just leaves you and me to organise. Now, what would you like to do?
She wants to be like Amy Johnson.
Oh, Amy Johnson, I know her.
How?
Well, I ran into her in the Argentine. She taught me how to fly. She's quite good, actually. Well, we better get you some lessons then, haven't we?
Oh, God.
Mixed feelings?
Not telling.
Theo? Theo. I need to ask you something. Can I borrow your gramophone? Theo's been giving me lessons. I wanted to take you out. To a hotel. I wanted to dance with you. To tell you things. And I didn't know how. I thought this song, it might tell you things.
Very thought of you, and I forget to do the little ordinary things that
This was the first room I ever walked into in this house. It was full of stone feathers and the ghosts of things.
You'll never know how slow
Not anymore.
moments go till I'm near to you.
It's full of things we made.
I see your face in every flower, your eyes in stars above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love.
Hello.
Miss Brown is otherwise engaged.
I haven't come to see Miss Brown. I've come to see you. You don't remember me, do you? Little Theodora, star of Miss Rosebud's Bouncing Babes. We used to meet at the stage door every night for weeks.
During the war?
I knew you at once, even without your bandages. Do you know who I am without mine?
We too, Fossils vow. Since as an actress and a dancer, it is unlikely we will ever get our names in the history books, to do everything we can to get our sister's name, Petrova, there instead.
Because she is ours, and ours alone. And when she finds the rose in the sky, no one can ever say it's because of her grandfather's.
We vow.
We vow. We vow.